ready for your headliner tonight? Yeah! We got to get the energy up. Are you ready for your headliner tonight? Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, I met this guy several years ago. He was featured recently right here on this stage for the Blue Whale Comedy Festival. Matthew Sproul! You like blue? What was that? Praise the Lord. What's going on, Comedy Parlor? Hey! And you can tell a bunch of comics been up here. This thing smells like weed and broken dreams. What's going on here? Man, give it up for all the open micers. How about that? This is not easy. In fact, I got a ritual I gotta do, and damn you, Dawn, for fucking on. I gotta. Get my shit right. Thank you. That's I didn't recognize her. No, man, and give it up for Thomas for coming in from Alabama and fucking with our state. That's cool. That's all right. But keep clapping because Alabama's doing great. I don't know if you guys saw this. Their dating site just hit #1 on the charts. If you guys saw this, Ancestry.com is doing really well. Yeah, somebody figured out that formula, huh? Your family tree doesn't fork, you can find your match. But it's okay. We're gonna. They can play football sometimes. So, yeah, I know. I can talk that way because I'm not from Oklahoma. When I first came here, I had a bit of a different way that I talked, and the guy asked me, he's like, "Where'd you learn to talk like that?" And I was honest with him. I said school, and I figured it'd be a foreign concept. But I'm from Kansas, actually, and yeah, there's a difference. Don't worry. No, in Kansas, we actually pave our roads, and seriously, when you're growing up in Kansas, you're raised either one of two ways, Christian or Democrat, and I was a disappointment, but I should have stretched more. My back is all. I don't think you did that right. But when we were doing, Kansas education system's a little bit different. We had the same kind of books you got. Well, we might have had a little bit different. Let's see. There was the Black in the Hat. We had that one. I don't know if you guys ever read that. There was a Horton Fears a Gay. Did you guys read that one? Let's see. You got Where the Wild Things Are, Not Having Premarital Sex. So we all had the same a little upbringing there. But yeah, my name is Matthew Sproul, and how many people out here are married? I heard one person cheer. All right, because my wife didn't even raise her damn hand. So I am married, and I'm one of these people who kind of believes that instead of wedding rings, married men should just wear signs around their neck that say "Under New Management." I'll tell you, if you're thinking about getting married or you've been married, I'll tell you who's screwing it up for us right now. You're going to know what I'm talking about. That's Jared. He got it from Jared. That's from Jared. Yeah, my wife said, "Now you got to give me some fun from Jared now." And I'm like, "Bitch, you would." But, So I did the right thing. I finally searched around. I looked everywhere, high and low, and I finally found the right Walmart where there was a Jared that worked behind the jewelry counter. No, he told me something really good, so now she can say she got it from Jared. But she's speaking of wedding rings, she's pretty proud of the ring that she got for me. I don't know if it's such a packed house with these lights here, if you guys will be able to see this or not. But I'll see if you can get the bling on it. She's really proud of her wedding ring she got me. I don't know if you guys see this or not. It's yeah, it's a one size fits all. It matches the one on my ankle with the flashing lights. So, this weather's a bitch, isn't it? Let me move this thing a little bit. This weather, up, down, left, right, 80, 90, 20. I'll tell you, I am a Christian, and I firmly believe that God is actually two little old ladies with menopause. That's what's happening with us right now. And here's the deal. I got one of those sinus infections the other day. You guys ever had those things where it's like, swells up? And I went looking for one of those things you shoot up in your nose. You know what I'm talking about? That little stuff that clears out your sinuses and all that. Couldn't find any at my house, and so I went looking all around and nothing. I look in the bathroom, nothing, and finally I see something in the shower, And I think it belongs to my wife, but it had a pump on it, and it looked like it was going to do the job that I needed. And so I, squeeze it really hard. And of course, the applicator stretched the shit out of my nostril. Well, once I got it to work, I was breathing clearer than a summer's eve. Let me tell you that. It was, I think the French word for nasal spray is gaucher. It's gaucher. That's what it is, gaucher. Been married for about 2 years now, and just out of the blue the other day, my wife, we're driving along, and she just had our kids in the car, and she just stops, she looks at me, and she goes, I am just so worried that one of these days you are going to come out of the closet and divorce me. And I said, no, I'm not going to divorce you. But I told her the other day I was going to be headlining at a gay club. I was going to be doing the Bamboo Lounge. And it doesn't really sound right to say you're going to be doing a gay club. But let's just say it was comedy. And so I told her I was going to be doing a headlining at the comedy club. And she said, well, that should be right up your alley. And I don't know what she was talking about because she knows I don't drink. Anybody here driving from out of town aside from Bama? Nobody. Cool. You guys seen these billboards we've got around here on the interstates that say it's got a young lady, fairly attractive, says she's somebody's daughter. Have you guys seen this? She's somebody's daughter. Well, the advertising is half right because, this is Oklahoma. She's probably somebody's mother as well. If that works. I've had a good week. Things are going pretty good for me. My credit score finally caught up with the price of gas. Pretty exciting. Great, that was a good thing that happened. There was a couple things I was going to talk to you guys about. Oh yeah, I'm worried because I'm waiting for the light to come on in 2 minutes. Because in 2 minutes we're going to do something fun with a lot of puns. You guys like puns and plays on words? Yeah. We're going to have a little fun with that tonight. But my wife, she came up to me the other day. She goes, I got an idea for a great game. Let's name your penis. And I said, let's not. And she said, no, it's going to be a great game. We're going to name your penis. You're going to have a lot of fun with this. And I'm like, how do you know? She's apparently very good at board games. Damn. She's very good at board games, so always wins. And so she said, we're going to name your penis. And I go, we are absolutely, and I put my foot down. I said, we are absolutely not playing that game. And so we played the game, and I said, if it's such a big deal to you, then if you're thinking about it that much, what is the name that comes to mind? And she looks at me, and she says, I got it. Waldo. Yeah, he's played it before. And I don't know about you, but I don't need a woman underneath the sheets going, where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? Because a Sharpie hurts. But, so I finally, I said to her, I said, this isn't right. You can't be, Waldo's not right. Think about something that's in the movies right now. Think about something that's going on. Give me a strong movie character that whenever you think about my penis, that's what you're going to name it. Why are you laughing? And she looks at me, she goes, Hobbit. So Waldo and I are here to entertain you tonight. I am at that. We're going to go ahead and play that game because there's my light right on time. This joke was written with me by a man in Texas, and he wanted me to put it on stage for you all. So it's in the. It's a little bit like Woody Allen in the puns. I hope you kind of enjoy it, but it's about how I'm getting older and some of the stuff I got to go through. So without further ado, I am at that age right now where I'm going to have to go and see a proctologist according to my doctor. And I don't ever want to go see any of them because they're always the butt of everyone's jokes. But I just figured if I'm going to have to call them up, I'll just do what I can. And I called him up and I said, I've never been through this. Maybe you could give me just a semi-colonoscopy. And he goes, okay. So I found a good guy. His name was Dr. Probst. And we decided to go in and see them. And they put me in line there, and I got in there, and they said, you're going to be a little bit behind. I go, looks like there's a lot of behinds. And so I went and I sat down, I'm waiting in there, and I figured I wanted to ask these guys that are around me, what they're all here for, what's bothering them, but I didn't want to penetrate too much. And so I was going to sit around there for a while, and they called my name back there, and I go and I meet the guy, and he's very nice. He says, it's going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me. And I said, no shit. He goes, I hope not. And so I looked at him, and he's the kind of guy that doesn't have a whole lot lot of friends, but a ton of enemies. And so we got to talking. And I really don't like him because, especially when he uses the camera, because he's got tunnel vision. And the tripod tickles, and he's always going to use a wide-angle lens. But we went through it. And when I got home, it was just a very very painful experience. And he calls me up, and I got that call you never want to get from a proctologist, where he says he lost his wedding ring. And I said, well, don't you use gloves? And he said, no, they're a pain in the ass. I said, yeah, tell me about it. And he said, well, my wife's going to be upset at me if I don't come home with my wedding ring. And I said, don't worry, this too shall pass. But when you think about it, women got it a little bit deeper and difficult for them when they get to these spell theirs, the Obi-Wan Kenobi. But when they go through it, you think about it, the gynecologists, they really have quite the spread. But I'm not gonna, it all gets kind of cervical, but I'm not really going to, it's up to whatever uterus say about it. But I'm not going to get too deep into it. But I've noticed that there are a lot of male gynecologists, but not a lot of female proctologists, which really alarms me, because if anyone knows how to tear into a man's ass, it's a woman. Thank you all very much. I'm happy.
It has been a good night, and I want to remember